During our last discussion, I explained that the bifocals is not what I wanted, and the little piece of thing that's on the bottom. What can I show you?
Yeah.
We discussed that this is not what I wanted. I wanted it to be like where I could see through the entire thing. And when I put these glasses on, the bottom half, if I tilt my eyes just to not even a quarter of an inch, it's extreme eye strain, blurry vision. There's no way I could drive a vehicle and tilt my head because half of my eyeball is experiencing extreme blurriness, eye strain, and headache.
Mm-hmm.
So these are a defective pair of glasses.
So my understanding was that you wanted something where you could see far away and up close. And to get to that end, we really need to do a multifocal lens, which is what this is. When you look through the top, it's to see far away. And then, because you were saying with the previous prescription, you were having a hard time reading. And so this is to alleviate the eye strain when you're reading.
We discussed that I didn't want the little things on the bottom because if I tilt my eyes halfway, I'm experiencing extreme pain and blurriness and dizziness. So you said multifocals. She said the insurance doesn't cover it. Then trifocals would be the next step, not these bifocals. I told you repeatedly that these wouldn't work for me, and these are a defective pair because I can't go around all day long tilting my head down and looking halfway through. Half of my eyeball is experiencing extreme pain right now.
So I'll tell you, even with so a multifocal doesn't count as a bifocal. A multifocal is just a blanket for bifocals, trifocals, and progressive lenses. And I will tell you, a progressive lens, you have the same issue. If you're having a hard time seeing through the bottom part of the lens, it would be the same thing. When you look through the top part of the lens, it's to see the distance. And then when you look through the...
I couldn't drive with these.
Mm-hmm.
I'm experiencing dizziness right now and extreme pain through these glasses right now, looking right straight through like this. And if I look down, it's even worse. These glasses are defective. These were not what you had me try on. So you could have called me and told me that multifocals wasn't a part of my insurance.
These are multifocal.
Okay, the ones that you had me try on in the last office were not these. They were not these.
They actually are. So what I had you try, when I did the two lenses, I had you try this to see far away. And then what I did is I put on additional lenses so you could see the bottom.
But we discussed that I was not going to have these little things on the bottom.
Unfortunately, this is what your insurance covers. We're happy to give you your prescription.
What about the trifocals?
The trifocals, you'd have the same kind of issue. With the trifocals, there's still a line. So let me show you what a trifocal is. So this is just a single vision lens, which you had previously. A bifocal has a little inset, which is what that is. It's again a type of multifocal. So a multifocal is an umbrella term. A trifocal has another area up on top of that. And so
it's just a non-functioning glass. So if we could try the next step, the trifocal?
You're going to have even a harder time with that. I'm being completely honest, and I'm not trying to be...
You're going to have a harder time
with the
trifocals.
Yeah. Because the way they're measured with the trifocal is that area with the line is a little bit higher. And so it's going to, if you're having a hard time with the view, with the bifocal, that trifocal sits a little bit higher and you'll have a harder time. I'm happy to give you your glasses prescription. That way, if you wanted the one without the line, you can take that prescription anywhere and get it filled.
So, but what we had discussed in the last office meeting was that you don't want bifocals, you want multifocals, and you just kept going back and forth saying you want multifocals, not bifocals. You want multifocals.
No, that's not what I said. What I said is that...
And also, these glasses were too big for my head, and you said we could get them smaller, and she said we couldn't get them smaller.
Yeah, that frame does not come in a smaller size.
So what if, so all heads, my head's small. What if someone with a huge head had
this particular one,
frame.
this particular frame
For
only
design.
comes. We have others, but in that whole selection, this was the one that you picked.
Okay, so
we provided what
so
we
this,
could.
so in regards to when I put these glasses on, I would only be allowed to look from the top half. And if my eyes drifted down, I would see blurry and have experienced extreme pain. Is that normal and natural?
So this is your first time wearing a bifocal lens, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and even before that, this is your first time wearing glasses completely, correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wore them 6 months and was in extreme pain those 6 months with the lens you prescribed me previous.
So the idea is with a bifocal, you said with your previous single vision lens, you could see okay in the distance, but you were having a hard time with reading. And with the multifocal or the bifocal in this case, the goal is that when you look through the top, you can see far away, and then through the bottom, if you're looking through the bottom, it's going to be blurry far away. It's so that you can see your phone, see what you're writing a little bit more comfortably without that strain. And that's what we did when I put that lens in front of you. You said that you're
So
able
how
to
do
read
I
us.
go and do cooking?
Mm-hmm.
I have to go like this when I'm cooking? Because when I'm cooking and I'm looking down at what I'm doing right now, everything is extremely blurry and I'm in pain. So I can't cook with these. I can't do any cooking. I have to take them off, right?
You could actually, if you're cooking, you can look through the top part
I
of the
can't
lens.
because I'm seeing what I'm doing right now. My head would be slightly tilted at the counter, and I'm experiencing extreme pain and blurriness.
So that's the thing with a bifocal or any kind of multifocal. You do have to change the way you move your head sometimes, and that's
That would be sometimes. That would be 24/7 chronically.
And it's across.
So it's
the
a defective It's a defective non-functioning lens, and I'm going to go to another office.
Okay.
And we're going to find out if this whole 8-month-long experience with you is valid.
So I'm happy to give you some names of doctors. Like I said, I know that you've been experiencing, your TBI, and I did recommend you to see like a doctor who specializes in traumatic brain injuries. I'm happy to give you some names of doctors who deal with this on a day in, day out basis.
I have to figure out how to get a pair of glasses that are functioning first before I think about going to a brain eye neurologist.
So it's not a neurologist. It's a person who deals with glasses.
I know. And at this point, I don't have the education of glasses that you do. So it's not really. We've already discussed this several times. That they're not going to prescribe me a functioning glass. I need to see an optometrist that will prescribe me a functioning piece of eyewear.
Okay.
That's all.
All right. So if you're by all means, seek another opinion. These glasses will keep on hand if in the future.
I took photographs of the glasses.
Okay.
I took I need photocopies of the documents and all of the notes that you wrote down, and with the communication between me, you, and the administrator, everybody says a different story and a different thing this past 8 months. So that's also going to be written down, and notes are going to be taken.
Okay, but like I said, I think for you, ideally, you should see an optometrist who deals with traumatic brain injuries because they write prescriptions specifically for your needs. And I just worry that...
So you didn't prescribe me glasses in regards to my brain injury?
I prescribed it depending on what I found on that day. But if there are certain things that...
Yeah, because I told you I had a traumatic brain injury?
Yeah, I don't specialize in that, unfortunately.
Okay.
But, so...
So then why you prescribe me glasses if you don't specialize in TBI?
I prescribed it based off of the numbers that I found, and if they weren't meeting your needs, I apologize. But these are the numbers that worked in the office when we trial framed it for you.
Okay. Yeah. Well, like I said, I'm going to... I'm going to do what I have to do in order to figure out what happened to me these past 8 months.
Okay. Well, I hope that you find the care that you need, and I apologize if you know if.
Okay.
I think those are. I was giving you photographs.